is, or if it ain't, it's gonna come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. Friends, it is June 4th, 2021, and today the topic is Spare the Rod. Friends, I'm telling y'all, I've had quite the morning. Your girl is feeling a little bit under the weather. It could be for several reasons that my stomach has not been feeling right. I don't know, but hey, I'm here. And I'm ready to give you guys the juice. Good morning to the first person that is watching me live. So, well, if I could tell y'all real quick about yesterday, not too much to say. You know, did mom stuff, did, my networking things, all that kind of stuff. However, some good news I want to share with you all is, if you follow me on social media, you know already. However, if not, let me let you know that my sister's school, which is Anchored for Blotomy Institute, all of the seats are now filled for her first round of classes. So, thank and praise God for that. Congratulations again to my sister. I spent the evening yesterday kind of celebrating her, posting up things. It was kind of emotional yesterday for me too, just reflecting on, how far she's come and, just life in general, because I started to kind of also think about that too, that I was just glad to be able to see her, succeed thus far and see, again, how far she's come and everything like that. And so, it was a celebratory evening and everything like that. However, things turned a little bit. Things did turn a little bit. I got an update on Allie. From what I understand, they might be live right now as we speak. I know yesterday she shared a video, a very disturbing video that I guess leads to the topic for today. So I don't know if that's what was trying to take me out this morning with this whole, because I'm about to talk about it or whatever the case is. I don't know. But like I said, I'm here. And by the grace of God, I'll push through. And, hopefully won't have any issues as I share with you all this morning. So long story short, I mean, the clip that I saw that she shared is just about 20 something seconds. I mean, it's not much, but at the same time, it's a whole lot. So I know that the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child, all that, right? And we're going to look at that. We're going to talk about that. However, what I saw yesterday, that's on a whole nother level. That is nothing biblical about what I saw. Now, I don't know. Now, granted, I don't know the details. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where this video came from. I don't know these individuals in it. I don't know nothing, right? All I know is what I'm seeing. And so what I saw was a man. I saw a child on the ground. I saw another child that was kind of out of the frame. And then I saw a little boy hung up by his neck being spanked half clothed. Now, I don't know who these people are. I don't know if that's his son. I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? But in all my biblical reading, I've never seen anything giving us an instruction to treat children like that. Even with, whatever the discipline that the Bible's referring to, I seriously doubt. And it's just, now this is just me, you know, with the little understanding that I have, but I seriously doubt stringing a child up by the neck, half clothed, to discipline them. It well, definitely not biblical in my opinion, and I don't see any reason for anyone to do that. Now that's me. That's what I'm observing. However, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I mean, well, one, I don't know if I can share the video. I mean, I could try to. I mean, I ended up seeing it in Telegram. I know she mentioned that she posted it, but I didn't see where she posted. I only when I went to the Telegram group, that's where I saw it. And again, it was only 20 something seconds. But there's so many questions, right? There's so many questions. Again, who are these people? Who are these children? Why was the child half clothed? Why was the child strung up by the neck? Who is filming? You know what I mean? Like, how am I able to see this right now? These are all the questions that came into my mind, and I hope and pray that you guys will, ask yourself questions and things too, because this is, again, it's a whole nother level, and in my opinion, no form of discipline should ever go that far. And so that's me. That's my humble opinion. But let's talk about Bible, since that's what we do here. Shout out to the second person that's watching me live. So here we go. Proverbs 13:24. It says, "Whoever spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is diligent to discipline him." Now, again, shout out to the 4 people that watch me live. But so here's where I'm at with this here. Like, I understand this, and as a mom, I definitely, again, understand. Well, first I started off as a child, right? I started off as a child. Good morning, Shade Tree. Sorry, this is a heavy topic today. Your girl ain't feeling so good either, but just pray for me, bro. But anywho, so yeah, I mean, I started off as a child, right? And I remember being disciplined. Again, nothing like what I described to y'all before. Now, it was nothing like that. But I do remember being disciplined as a child in X, Y, and Z. And I do see, the benefits it had in my life, right? Like, I grew up knowing right from wrong. I grew up, respecting my elders. I grew up, I believe, to become a decent woman, and everything like that. I mean, I guess my mom, she's the one who, raised me my entire life. But that's what I recall growing up. And so these are the things and values that I want to impart on my son now that I am a mother, right? And there's times where he needs to be disciplined. There are times that, and there's various ways of disciplining, okay. But again, there are times that he needs to be disciplined in the biblical way, right? And he's at the age where I'm not. It's like, I think he's getting it, but at the same time too, with him being young and everything like that, it's like one of those communication things to let him know, like, hey, there's certain things, certain boundaries that you as a child should not be crossing, in X, Y, and Z. But again, I believe, now this is just me making an observation. And again, I don't know anything about those people that I was seeing. However, I believe that this instruction was given to parents. Okay. So in regards to, say, my mother for me for my son, I don't think, people just should go around willy-nilly disciplining kids that are theirs in that way. I'll put it like that, in that way, because yes, definitely community and whatnot, and and all of that. An adult, trustworthy adult, should be able to tell a child right from wrong, and should be able to stop a child if they're getting ready to do something. I'm not talking about that though. What I'm talking about is this rod type of discipline. It's just me, in my opinion. Again, a lot of different parents, they believe, different ways in regards to parenting and whatnot. But so what I'm saying here is, I'm reading that, and this is my understanding. And so I don't necessarily see anything wrong with this verse, but I definitely feel as if there was something wrong with that video that I saw. but that's a whole nother level. So then we go to Proverbs 22:15. It says, folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far from him. Again, um, I believe that this is instruction for parents, right? Parents with their children. Um, and just to reiterate that again, here we go to Proverbs 19:18. Discipline your son, for there is good. Do not set your heart on putting him to death. Now, so this is, to me, when I read this morning, when I came across it, I just was like, you know what? This is what I feel like is talking about, this not going to that next level. Like I said, that video was extreme. Hanging a child by the neck, half clothed, ain't no biblical discipline, in my opinion. Now, disciplining them in X, Y, and Z, your own child, because that's another thing. It says your son, okay? Then later on here it says, don't set your heart on putting them to death. So again, we shouldn't be disciplining children to the point where, of death. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all can help me here if y'all, if I'm misunderstanding something. But again, and then let me go ahead and say something else here. Let's Ephesians 6:5. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Now, did this say neighbor or something? No, this said fathers, right? So again, I feel like all of these verses that I just shared here are for parents and their children. So anything outside of that, in my opinion, is borderline too much. What I saw, like I said yesterday and all that, that's definitely too much. Like, I don't even, again, even if that is that person's child, let's say it was, that's still on a whole nother level. Stringing the child by the neck, when has that ever been cool? Like, I don't get, like, that's never been, I could even imagine doing that to my son, and I discipline him. He gets disciplined, but he don't, that's so, and I think for me, observations of things like that, it just kind of shows me how crazy and evil this world is and can be, or people in this world are and can be. Which we know that it's a spiritual thing, so I'm not trying to whatever. And if that person changed their life and whatever the case is, and I know this is probably the Pope. This is probably the Pope. But if that person's come to Christ and changed their life, then they can be saved too. However, what I'm saying here is that this is on a whole nother level. These are things we need to look into. We need to do something. And so, even though I kind of tried to listen in on the chat last night, Telegram chat, and I'm sure again that Ali is expressing some I forget the word, but anyway, I don't know the word right now. But basically, she's upset about how things are going. And I get that, right? When we see things, again, with me not knowing who those people are, where this video came from, all the details and all that stuff, it's like, what can someone do? So I get on multiple levels, like where different people may feel about seeing something, and where they could be coming from with their, not saying interpretation, but whatever, however, what one thing we can do is, again, bring more awareness to this thing. If you guys are, confused, or if you think that, I would say I would definitely look more into this whole human trafficking situation. It's one of those things that, people know about, but at the same time, we don't know about. And so, I would hope and pray that people start to look at it a little bit more for themselves. I mean, for me, and I think I've shared this here on the Truth before, but like I said, it's something that you hear about it all the time. I would say even my mom sometimes would say to my niece, people are snatching kids up. Like, these are things, and these are things I grow up hearing. You see the photos in Walmart, all that stuff, right? So this ain't nothing new that people have, going missing and all this stuff. And on a deeper level, I mean, you know, when I hear Allie's testimony of things that she's witnessed, like, I don't necessarily need to see the video of the child. However, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, and I get, so what I'm saying is I understand, right? I get, if you see something like that or hear something like what I'm saying now and all this stuff, we may be sitting here trying to figure out what can we do. And me too, you know what I mean? So, you know, sometimes I am trying to figure out what more can I do. I mean, I guess now I'm spreading more awareness, or I'm trying to. At least I hope that by listening to the sound of my voice, whether you listen to me on a podcast or seeing me in the video or whatever the case is, I hope that you guys go and research this stuff a little bit more yourself. You know, yourself, go to DuckDuckGo and start looking up all these different types of things, and, you know, come to your own conclusion, and everything like that. And if God put on your heart something to do, then, you know, by all means do it, you know. But yeah, all I'm saying is that this type of situation, in my opinion, again, but also based on Bible, God is not playing about these kids. I got some verses for you guys to reflect on that, you know, and let marinate on that idea, you know, that God is not playing about these kids. And Luke 18:16, it says, but Jesus called them to him, saying, let the children come to me, and do not hinder them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God. Let the children come to him. Now, I hate to keep talking about Allie with her not being here, but here's my thing. From when I hear her testimony, right? She said that she struggled, right? And obviously, right? She struggled with the idea of God. She struggled with the idea of all of this because of the things that was happening to her, and the things that she went through. And like I say, you know, I thank God for her mom and the people that are in her life now that are, you know, kind of showing her that unconditional love that people should have shown her her whole life. Her family, whoever, like whoever birthed her, should have been showing her this type of love her whole life. However, you know, to grow up and not see, hear, feel this God's love through your parent or parents, because it takes two to make a child, you know, in my opinion, now this is just me based on Bible, is hindering, right, this child from coming to God. And so again, like, I mean, yeah, it can be as simple as the verses that, you know, they're trying to bring children up to him in that, but it also can be as complex as, you know, Allie's situation of parents not doing their job as parents and now hindering this child from coming to God because of what this child has gone through. And so with children being impressionable and everything like that, again, I feel like God ain't playing about these kids, and he's serious about what he's saying. You know, let the kids come to him. And if you're hindering that in any way, it ain't good for you. Matthew 18:6. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and be drowned in the depth of the sea. Again, I talked about this verse on here before, but the thing is, it's like, it's better for you to be drowned in the sea with a big stone than to lead these kids astray, which people are doing by doing the things that they do, these horrible things they do to children or and people in general, but I guess in particular we're talking about kids right now. So I don't know, y'all, this is something to, you know, think about today. Let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. You know, I don't know who I'm talking to. You know, hopefully I'm not talking to people that are doing crazy things to kids, but if I am, then I hope those last two verses convict you in your heart and that you change your mind and do something different, and whatever the case is, because again, God ain't playing about these kids, and we can already kind of see like a lot of things are being again revealed in this season. There's a lot of things that and what you're doing is going to come to the light. So anything done in the dark is going to come to the light if that's you. Now, if you're somebody, a parent in X, Y, and Z, and you know, you might want to, you know, reflect a little bit more on what it means to discipline your children and everything like that, you guys can look at the verses in the Go Deeper section. Just things to reflect on. Again, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with biblical discipline, but let's us all just acknowledge that this other stuff is on a whole nother level. This ain't no biblical discipline. This is abuse. This is like, I don't know. I don't know any other way to describe that. Like, even adult being hung up by the neck. Like, the only time I've ever seen something like that is like when they're talking about lynching and whatnot. So when is it ever cool to be hung up by your neck? By the, I don't know. But so imagine a child. That's all I'm saying here. And so either way, even if it was that person's child, I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. But what I'm saying is, even if it was that person's child, there, I don't feel like there's anything called for that. And that's me in my opinion. But I don't know. That's just something for us to reflect on today. So there you go. There's the juice. That's probably a bunch of poke for you, but my bad. But hey, thank you, praise God, because I feel a whole lot better. I ain't even feeling bad no more, y'all. I told y'all I wasn't even feeling good. Something tried to take me out of here this morning. Didn't want me to get up and record, but I'm like, I'm pushing through. I didn't do my my routine. I did do my prayer meditation, but I didn't do the rest of my routine. Because, like I said, my stomach, I was not feeling good at all. But thank God for small blessings, because I feel better now. But anyway, the Bible verse of today is Proverbs 13:3. It said, "He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Just a heads up, you guys know that I'm supposed to be going live with Big Talk, Big Game tonight at 7, so you guys can tune in as well. But yeah, y'all, if not, then I'll talk to you tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And as for my Facebook and YouTube people, man, I know that's heavy. That's a heavy topic on today. I don't know if it encouraged you, inspired you to hear that. But you know, I do hope that you guys go and look into this stuff. I mean, again, I'm not sure if I could try to share the video, because that, I mean, I could try, and then if it gets blocked, then it gets blocked. I guess I could try to share it if y'all need to see it. But I mean, I don't know why you would want to see it, y'all know. I mean, but if you need to see it, then I mean, you know, I don't know, y'all can. Thank you, Shade Tree. Yes, you have a good day as well. I appreciate you as always. You know it. If it's something y'all need to see, I don't know, throw up a heart or something, and I'll share it on our page. But or I'll try to at least. But yeah, man, this is on a whole nother level today. Like I said, I was not feeling that good. I'm feeling a little bit better. I got so much planned today. I have to do I had the live schedule for tonight. I'm supposed to do a pre-record episode in the midday, so you know, pray that I feel better overall enough to do those things. But yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. Look more into this human trafficking situation. Look more into all of this stuff. Again, regardless of disciplining a child and biblical discipline and all that, again, there's no reason to discipline in that way. And then again, I just feel like people step outside of their if it's not your child, you definitely shouldn't be disciplining in that way, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Did somebody throw up the heart? Do y'all want to see this video? Y'all want to see this video? Is that what that means? Or is that just general love? I don't know. But if that's the heart for the video, then fine. I'll try to share it, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, y'all, that's it. I hope that you guys somehow are encouraged and inspired. And that you guys just reflect on all of this today. I'll try to share the video. We'll see what happens. And yep, y'all have a wonderful day. Talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.